Hello, my name is Keshwani. It's Keshwani, Keshwani. We're here because we want to learn algebra. Today is our lesson number 56. We are in the process of learning how to multiply and divide algebraic expressions. Today is our day number 56. Let's get going. How to multiply algebraic expressions is what we're doing right now. So here's the first problem. We are asked to multiply 3x cubed by 5x squared y minus 4xy squared plus 2y cubed. So here we go. So this expression here, this is called an expression. This expression has three terms, and outside we have one term. This expression only has one term. This is also an expression with only one term. So it's like, for example, it's like this. It's like a times x plus y plus z. That expression has three terms, x, y, and z. Here the terms are very simple. Here the terms are far more complicated because they have two variables, they are raised to exponents, they have coefficient. There's a lot going on here. We have to worry about negative and positive. This is very straightforward. Everybody has a coefficient of 1. Everybody is raised to the first power, and everything is being added. It's very simple. Question is, how do we do it? X plus y plus z. X plus y plus z. Well, it is called distributing the a's. We have to distribute the a's. So it becomes a times x plus b times x plus c times x. Take a look at the example here. I could give you a numerical example so that you can see what's going on here. Say for example, if we were asked how much is 5 times 2 plus 3 plus 7. Well, we know 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 7 is 12. So we already know the answer is 5 times 12, which is 60. We know the answer is 60. Now, we're going to show the same work. You have to pretend that these are variables. Do not look at these as numbers, look at them as variables, as x, y, and z. Pretend that x is 2, y is 3, and z is 7. And your a is 5. So here we have 5 times 2 plus 5 times 3 plus 7 times 5. Now here what we claimed is that we have 12 fives. Well, of course, if we have 12 fives, as you can clearly see here, we have 2 fives here, we have 3 fives here, and we have 7 fives here. That's 12 fives. Of course, we're going to get the same answer. So 5 times 2 is 10, plus 5 times 3 is 15, plus 7 times 5 is 35. 35 plus 15 is 50, 50 plus 10 is 60. The exact same thing is going on. The only difference is here, the terms are more complicated, but the principle does not change. The principle is the same idea. So let's do it then. So first we have to do 3x cubed times 5x squared y. 3x cubed times 5x squared y. Then we have a minus sign here. This has a plus sign. Positive times negative is going to be negative 3 times. So we have 3x cubed times, or we could have left this positive outside. 3x cubed is a positive here, and inside we have minus negative 4xy squared. And then finally we have again positive 3x cubed times positive 2y cubed. That's it. That's what we're showing here. You see, 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 7 This should have been 5 times 7, the same idea. 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 5 times 7. That's what we're showing here. 3x cubed times the first term, 3x cubed times the second term, 3x cubed times the third term. And now we have to take care of multiplication. We are done distributing it. All we have to do now is to multiply out. All we have to do is multiply out the two terms here, this and this. So 3 times 5 is 15. X cubed times x squared will be x raised to 3 plus 2. And then we have our y. So that takes care of the first part. Let's move on to the second part. We have positive times negative is going to be negative. This is not positive, this is going to be negative. I'm going to move this down a little bit. Positive times negative is negative. 3 times 4 is 12. X cubed times x to the first is x raised to 3 plus 1. And then finally we have y squared. And the first one was 3 times 5, which is 15. X cubed times x squared is x raised to 3 plus 2 times y. And then finally we have the last term, which is positive 3 times positive 2 is positive 6. X cubed, because there is no x in here, and y cubed. That's it. I'm not going to go into this much detail and this much depth. We're just going to do it in the future. As we learn how to do it, we're going to do it fast. So we have 15 x to the 5th times y minus 12 x to the 4th times y squared plus 6 x cubed y cubed. This is our final answer. This is our final answer. That's it. Should we do one more? Let's do one more. But before we do one more, I want to redo this problem without having to explain all the steps. Watch how it's done. We're going to arrive at the same answer, but now we're going to do it one more time without all this minor detail. We're not going to show the steps in between. We're just going to get to the. We're just going to cut to the chase. We're just going to get to the punchline. Okay. So let's follow the colors that we have there. The red, blue, and green. Red, blue, and green. There we go. So the first one is the red one here. 3x cubed times 5x squared y. 3 times 5 is 15. X cubed times x squared is x to the 5th. And then we have the y. So that takes care of that part. Then we have our positive 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Here we have x to the 3rd, and here we have x to the 3rd times x to the 1st. X to the 3rd times x is just x to the 4th, which is what we have here. And then we have y squared by itself, because there is no y in here. And then finally, we have our green arrow going, which is 3 times 2, which is positive 3 times positive 2 is positive 6. There is no x here, so we just have to take that x cubed times y cubed. That's it. Very good. Let's do one more, shall we? Let's do one more problem. Perhaps we can do it underneath here. Yeah, let's do it underneath here. I'm going to erase this part here. Let's do the next one right underneath with a little bit of speed without having to explain so much detail. We have 4pq times p squared cube minus 3 p cubed q raised to 4. I don't know why this marker is dying. Oh, there we go. I found 2 more black markers. What do you know? Ole. So here, what is the coefficient here? Is the coefficient 0? Of course not. If the coefficient were 0, the whole thing would have been 0. 0 times anything is 0. It wouldn't have existed. The coefficient here is 1. So it's 4 times 1, which This is positive 4, and this is positive 1, so positive 1 times positive 4 is just 4. And then p times p squared is p to the third. And then here we have q times q. Q times q is q to the second. And then we do the next part. This term being multiplied by this term. So what we're doing here essentially is 4 times pq times, let's put it here if you like. So we have 4 times pq, so it's positive 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. I'm deciding as to how much detail I should go into. P times p cube is p to the fourth, is just p to the first power plus the third power, and then q times q to the fourth. Q times q to the fourth is this. That's it. So we end up with 4p cube q squared minus 12 p to the fourth and q to the fifth. That's all. That's it. That's the answer. That's all there was. And that's pretty much the end for today. I'm going to call it a day. I'll see you tomorrow on day number 57. Alright? Okay. Bye now.